Well, howdy there, guys. It sure is a little bit of a blustery day up here on the hilltop where the arena is, but I figure this might be as good a chance as any to go ahead and handle that next box in the groundwork formula, the stuff that works on the wall or on the fence. So you can see Nickle here, he's got a chance to run around and get his feel goods out. So now he's caught me, he's with me, right? We taught him how to catch us from Liberty. And then, so let's go ahead and toss the halter on here. And we'll check out, make sure our lead line box is checked off. And then we'll go ahead and do our work on the fence or on the rail. So, now that the halter's on, let's see, can we ask him to back up? Yeah. Let's ask again. Not too bad. Then we'll point, and that send is really good. Didn't even have to pick up the stick at all. Then I'll tip my hat and look at his hips. His hocks, his hips, whatever you want. There, he's pretty much faced us. I'll point off this way. There, that's a little bit stiffer to get going, so we'll ask him to face. And there, that didn't work. Good, and then we'll point out again. A little better. Face. There, send. Face, back, good, send, nice. All right, so that's pretty good. That's good enough for what we're looking for today. Except for we really want that hip to get away. There we go. Cool, so let's go ahead and work on the rail. A wall is an incredible natural barrier that you can use to just help clarify things with your horse. That way it's not you doing all of the work. Sometimes nature helps you out a little bit too. So the first thing we'd want to make sure our horse was good about, and we already kind of started this just with the sending, is we want to make sure that we can squeeze our horse in between us and the rail. Good. We'll face, then send the other way. And he's pretty good about going that far. So I'll take another step closer to the rail, send him in between us. Good. Some horses may get a little bit worried about this, you know, just getting so close to the thing that's pushing them around. But if you just work them back and forth at the distance they're comfortable with, and then move them closer each time until they're pretty much just squeezing, they just have enough room to get their body between you and the rail. That'd be a pretty good thing, that you could send your horse through a gate that way without them getting worried or panicking or claustrophobic. I'll poke him here in the belly so that he keeps going. You could also send your horse up into a trailer, or, you know, there's a whole wide variety of uses for the squeeze exercise. So now I'm going to stand all the way up at the rail, and I'm going to ask Nickle to walk over and face it here and make sure that he's okay standing away from me and facing the rail. He seems to be really good with that. He just wants to munch some grass or whatever's up there. So we'll send him out and around us and over to the other side and see if he can stand there and just be okay with things. Okay, that's pretty good. Try one more time on this side. That's nicer out and around. There, he stopped a little further away from me. Pretty good. So if I was going to ask him to side pass, first I'd want to make sure that he was okay standing there at the wall. We wouldn't want to ask him to do two things at once. So then I'll go ahead and point, send him around, and let him rest over here. All right, next time I ask him to go around, I'm gonna ask him to back up there. See, he tried to run through me. So then you just wake up your lead rope a little bit, send him back, and then over to the fence. Good. All right. So the next time he comes in front of me, when he passes the halfway point, I'm going to start marching towards him, and we'll see if we can get him to side pass. So I'll pick up my string, point. When he gets past me, I'll start marching in, and there we go. If he stops in the front end, we'll point and send the shoulders over. There. That was a pretty good side pass away. I like that. So we'll point, send him around, try it on this side. Start marching. Good. And you see how that wall just stops him in front. He can't go any more forward, so he has to go away, sideways and away. Not too bad. Good boy. All right. Let's try that side pass again, but this time we'll take it, we'll send him around, let him stop, and then we'll try and pick up the momentum. Because the side pass is just being able to yield the shoulders and the hips at the same time. So see here, his hips are further away from me. So I'll start by pointing down the rail and see if I can get the shoulders to step down the rail. See, the rhythmic pressure comes on with the stick and the steady pressure is with my hand. There, he sent his shoulders away and evened out his hips. We'll try that again. Walk towards the shoulder. Good, and then the hip. Shoulder, hip, and try and get him less distracted by eating. So we'll send him around again. Good. Walk in. Move the shoulder, then the hip. Shoulder, shoulder. Let him know that that stick will come in and be a barrier if he... There. Hip. Shoulder stopped. Hip. There we go. Good. Draw in. Let him know that that was a good work. That was some good work. Because that's a pretty submissive maneuver, side passing away like that. Walk in. There we go. So that's a really nice side pass away. That's how we'd kind of want it to look. Good. So then the next thing that we'd want to teach, and let me go ahead and grab this little tool over here, is how to side pass towards you. And the most useful exercise for that is actually picking a rider up on the mounting block. So that's what we'll do, because you can teach your horse to side pass towards you kind of as like a parlor trick a little bit, but really the reason that you do that, or the thing that makes it practical, is that you'd want to be teaching your horse how to side pass up to you so that you could mount him. So let's go ahead and just add the mounting block into the equation. That way it makes life a little easier. First things first, we'll send our horse on around and get him set up just like we wanted him to side pass, but maybe a little closer to us. So we'll send him on over to the rail there. Good. All right. Then you could maybe take your stick. I might even drape my string over to the other side so that he could feel it there. And the only tricky part is you're going to want to use your hand to block right here so that your horse doesn't walk between you and the wall. And then you just start to tap the opposite hip and keep that nose in front of you. So tap there you go. You see how he's stepping up to us there. One more step. There. And that'd be pretty good. I think I'd be able to mount him if we had a saddle, or if I had the mind to do that. So then, right there, make sure he doesn't walk between you and the rail. Most horses won't, but this guy is just so, I don't know the word for it, happy-go-lucky, that he just doesn't really notice those kinds of things. So we'll send him on around. See right there, he doesn't even know that the mounting block's there. Good. And then we'll go over the hip. He's nice up close to us. And we'll start to tap, tap, tap. There we go. Tap, tap. Good. There we go. The other nice part is the mounting block kind of puts you above the horse a little bit. So this would be, if I were sitting up on the fence rail, this would work the exact same way. So I'll ask him to back up here. Good. Send him around us. Bring my string over and go tap, tap. And there we go. Got him pretty close to us. So let's maybe swap the string to the inside, see if we can get him to side pass away. Good. Tap again. Good. Good. And swap over, see if we can bring him to us. Tap, there. Tap, wake up, there it is. Good. And away. And away, there. Say, get those hips over. And then the shoulders, then the hips. There, good. Then reach over and bring it towards. Get that fly off me and bring him towards us. There it is. Good, and then shoulders away. Good, and then shoulders towards. There we go. So there's how you'd get your horse to side pass to and away from you, pick you up on the mounting block, and how you'd squeeze him or get him to go in between a gate or up into a trailer. And that would be, so that's the next step in preparation for your horse. So then after this, you just either prepare to ride him, or you'd go back and we'd start the process over again and really advance the groundwork. You know, go into ground driving, look for all this finer tuned control at liberty, and really get him moving off our asks. So there you go. There's the next piece in the puzzle.